Thanks again for staying with us on the program TMI Monday. Now, talking about peace, one major ingredient of development that is very elusive. As I say, no meaningful development can take place in an atmosphere of peace. And in our society today, individuals are seeking for peace. I mean, you recall that in recent times, there's been an upsurge in suicide by individuals on account of one reason or the other, either from a broken relationship or inability to excel academically, poverty, unemployment. Such is the case of suicide in Nigeria that is becoming a major talking point. But beyond that, you also know that globally there's been a major challenge in terms of finding a lasting peace. Wars between countries, wars within countries. Take, for example, there's been series of violence against other nationals in South Africa in recent times, which of course has been termed xenophobic attacks. We'll just wrap all of this up in the next conversation. And who do we have in the studio? A Grand Master in the Hare Krishna consciousness, Bhaktidra Samolda Swami, is with us in the studio. Many thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Well, I hope I got the name correctly.
Good.
At least I tried.
Yes, you did it perfectly.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, now, looking at your profile, you've had the opportunity to have a taste of one particular religion to the other and to another, to several others, before eventually you settled for Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
What is the conviction?
The conviction is about reality.
Reality?
Yes.
What is reality?
Reality means that which will exist eternally. It does not change. For example, we are eternally spiritual beings, not material beings. We are spiritual beings. For most people, we are thinking that our materialization is the self. Our body is the self. It's not a reality. The self is the soul, which is inside this body. And that is eternal because it is parts and parcel of the supreme eternal God. You call him God, popularly God, and we call him Krishna. It's the same thing. Okay. Krishna means one who is all attractive because God is the most beautiful person. You can't find any beauty equal to him. The supreme, in fact, beauty originates from him. Okay. Wealth originates from him. Strength originates from him. Fame originates from him. Renunciation originates from him. Everything originates from him. He is called Krishna, the all-attractive person. That is reality. Therefore, I settled in reality because that is the motivation.
So you are in reality now?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the quest for peace, which seems to be elusive, both at individual level, corporate level, and global level. What are your perspectives?
It is a very serious issue. Like you said, it is elusive to many people because majority of people does not know what is peace. Although there are so many peace organizations all over the world, and peace seminars are being conducted all over the world, and so many prayers are being chanted, the peace all over the world, but we don't see the peace. Why? Because they don't understand what is peace and what are the ways to get it. So in Christian consciousness, we have very profound philosophy, a reality also, that really prove that you cannot be peaceful if you yourself doesn't know what is peace. Or a peace is not something you can buy in the market. Even if you have money, you cannot buy in the market. Elusive, you use the word. People think I'll be peaceful if I drink. But we have not seen a drunken person being peaceful. People think if I have sex, but we don't see the prostitutes are the happiest people in the world. They are not. People think that if I become famous, I'll be peaceful. But we don't see famous people. For example, Michael Jackson, he died in a miserable way. And this is a person, when he's performing on stage, he has 45,000 audience. And when he played and he's leaving, many people will fall from the stage. Oh, brother Mike, don't leave us. Stay with us. Why did he die? In a very miserable way. Look at Jimi Hendrix. He's a powerful musician. When he plays on stage, he levitates. But how did he die? He died under the influence of alcohol. What is the reason behind all these things? Want to be peaceful. But we have seen that billionaires are not the happiest people in the world. Famous people are not the happiest people. Mr. Boeing, all his aircraft is all over the world. Yeah. He has one child. And his child was studying the life of animals. On the last day he was making his papers, he went to the forest to complete his research, to complete his paper. While he was doing that, Providence came in, and the security who were all around him couldn't move along with him, and he was eaten up by the animals he's studying. When he was interviewed, you are very, very famous, you are very, very wealthy, and you are very powerful, #1 American man. She must be the most happiest people and peaceful person. He said, I'm most miserable, I can never be peaceful in this world. Because my only one child I've labored for is gone. He cannot start all over to go and start looking for a child. Even if he adopts, that is okay, but it's not the best.
The connection is not there.
Yes.
As being an original child.
Exactly.
Okay, okay.
So peace, it is property of God. Only those who are in union with God, those who have connection with God, will be peaceful. One, we must recognize the position of God. He is the supreme proprietor. But we don't see that. Everyone is asking God, give me, give me, give me, give me. Everyone goes to God, give me, give me.
But is anything wrong with that?
Yes. Yes. What is wrong with that is that if I keep harassing you every day, every day, every day, every day, how will you feel when you see me?
But that's why he's God.
Yes, but how will you feel when I
That's why I'm human.
Yes, yes, yes. Whatever nature we have, we take it from God. God has the mighty measure of everything, but we have the tiny part.
Okay.
So we have even then the Bible says, man made God, man of his image.
Yes, and likeness.
So, yes, yes. So, whatever is there in God, we have it in a very small quantity. Okay. That makes a difference. Okay. In quality, we are the same. In quantity, we are different. He is almighty and we are small. So if you keep harassing somebody every day, even if your father, your mother, how will you feel naturally? You'll be disturbed. So we don't need to harass God if we are his good children. If you are a good child, you don't need to tell the father, Daddy, I need my shoe, a new shoe. He will see because he is after your welfare if you are a good child. Only a bad child will have difficulty in getting things from the father. So
are you saying this elusive peace is because we have too many bad children around?
Yes, yes. I'll give you an example. See, for example, look, Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that everybody pray. We pray for everything. No week passes without innumerable night vigils for prayer. And we have many prayer warriors. Every individual person prays for everything we pray. But I want to look at this, the praying country. And then look at the country that does not pray like Nigeria. Materially speaking, what do we see? Complete opposite.
But do you also look at the flip side?
Yes.
If we don't have the praying country like Nigeria,
yes,
what the country would have looked like. Have you also thought about that?
Yes, yes, yes. But let us look at it carefully. What is the contrast? why we pray so much, there is nothing. And this country does not pray so much, there is something, materially speaking. We're not even talking about spirituality yet or God consciousness yet, but just look at it materially. Just a basic thing for a human being to exist.
Okay.
It is not there. What is happening? We should look at it carefully. Why this country does not talk God as much as this country is talking. This country is praying so much, and this one does not pray as much. But the material facilities, they have it. It has to do with our mindset.
Okay.
It has to do with our consciousness. While we are praying, where is our mind? I'm wishing you bad. Everything, we don't want to do it in a normal way. Everything. Take it from beginning to the end. We don't want to do things in a normal way. Traffic light is broken. Everything. Everything. Nobody is thinking about the welfare of each other. I'm not wishing you well. What I constantly think about it is what I can get from you. In someone in the company, when he comes to work in the company, that he does not think, how will I make this company remain? Everybody think, what will I do to get my own and leave this company and start my own? But we don't know that whatever we sow, we are going to reap. If I steal from my company to go and establish my own, what will happen to me there? Somebody also will take from me to establish his own. So see the parampara, the circle is just going around.
Like a vicious circle.
A vicious circle is just going all round, all round. So please, let us look into ourselves first.
What is the difference between Krishna consciousness and mysticism?
Krishna consciousness, the word Krishna means God, as explained before. Krishna consciousness is a society where we are trained to always think of God. Naturally, every soul has mystic power. Because it is part of the existence of the soul. It's part of the soul. Every component has the material that make it complete. Mysticism is the byproduct of a Krishna conscious person or Krishna conscious person, or the soul.
So are you a mystic man?
I cannot say no.
You just answer yes or
Yes,
no.
yes.
So you're a mystic man?
Yes.
So mysticism is part of Krishna
It is
consciousness.
just byproduct. It's not our goal, but it's just part of it. It is part of it. Our goal is how to develop our pure love for God. When you do that naturally, all the spiritual things will manifest.
Okay, now back to the earlier question on quest for peace, which of course we described as being elusive. You said that can only be achieved when the person has a personal union or relationship with God.
Yes.
You want to throw more light on that?
Yes. We should not go to church or mosque or temple just to ask God to give us what to eat. There are more things than that. Even if you don't pray to him, he will give us what to eat. The birds are eating, they don't pray. And animals are eating, they don't pray. Why human beings will not have what to eat? And they're the one who should pray seriously and be harassing God. It's a mistake on our side.
So you're saying human beings shouldn't pray?
We
Or
should
specifically
pray.
Christians shouldn't pray?
We should pray to God to give us opportunity to serve him purely. We should pray to God to make us holy, to make us pure. We should pray to God to release us from material existence, to go back to the spiritual world where we came from, our original home. We should pray to be free from the prison of material existence and go there. Not only begging, it is not even praying, it is begging or harassment that we constantly do every day.
As evidenced and strong this knowledge is available
Yes.
to Krishna consciousness,
Yes.
why is there so much lack of peace in the world?
Because majority of people are not following. If half of the population today, let's say half of people become a Krishna conscious, you see the crime, everything will drop automatically.
So what makes you think that it must have to be Christian consciousness and not some other way, Christianity, Muslim? You didn't mention that.
When I say Krishna consciousness, I mean God consciousness.
Okay.
Not just a member of the Hare Krishna movement. Yes. When we become God conscious,
Yes.
50% the population are God conscious, you see that everything will be normal. We don't need any conference to educate people. Because why are we educating people? We are educating people of the things we don't know. But if we know and we are in good relationship with the Supreme God, Krishna, Allah, Yahweh, or Jehovah, everything will be peaceful. There will be peace. Everybody will be happy. For example, just a few years ago, even here in Benin City, a few years ago, people sell things and leave it there on the street. They come out the next day,
It's still there.
Today, will it happen like that?
Absolutely not.
This is gone. Are we progressing positively or negatively? This is the problem.
All right, thank you very much for the thoughts that you've shared with us on quest for peace at individual level or global level. I've been talking with a grand master in Krishna consciousness. I'd like to thank very especially Batitra Bamodra Singh, who's been giving us insights into realization of peace, which he says is a product of our relationship with God, personal relationship with God, for that to happen. And then, of course, we need to stay away from materialism and be more concerned about our soul, our inner self. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you.
with us.
Thank you.
Good morning.
It's still TMI Monday. We'll take a short break. We'll be back on the concluding lap of the program. Don't go away. The world is a global village.
And that's because information travels beyond boundaries.
And on This Morning on ITV,
We guarantee unbiased analysis on topical issues
that will educate you,
entertain you.
So join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
join us.
Join us.
Every Sunday to Thursday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your ultimate news and current affairs program on television. This morning on ITV TMI. Join us.